Coming up on A-List Living, a billionaire's bunker like no other, featuring a tiki bar, a museum, a game room, and a full-sized movie theater. And that's not even in the main house. Welcome to A-List Living. I'm your house whisperer, Matthew Hoffman, and today we are in one of the wealthiest zip codes in the country, Pasadena, California. And I'll be taking you on a tour of a home like nothing you have ever seen. This is A-List Living. Let's go! Today on A-List Living, we are traveling to Pasadena, California. Filled with old-moneyed Los Angeles families and major stars, Pasadena provides the picture-perfect backdrop for today's home that is so A-list, it deserves its own episode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy an exclusive tour of one of the most significant homes in one of the wealthiest towns in the country, with realtors Justin Huschel and Daryl Dunn. Finally, I am on the right side of the gates. Daryl, thank you for having us to Pasadena, California. I make no secret on the show that Pasadena is one of my favorite towns ever. Scatter my ashes here, I do not care. To me, this is the epitome of A-list living. Pasadena living is basically if you want to live in Los Angeles, but you have like a moral compass and values, you come to Pasadena, yes?
Well, we are the less flashy places to live, but more about the comfort and the lifestyle rather than showing it off to people.
Right, there is a quiet elegance here. They say that rich screams, but wealth whispers. And this is probably the quietest house I've ever seen, yes?
It's the epitome of understated elegance.
What can you tell us about this significant Pasadena home?
Well, this home was built originally on almost 12 acres of land. We are located just steps away from the Langham Huntington Hotel. This property was designed by Myron Hunt, who was the preeminent architect of his time. In 1924, they wanted to expand the house slightly, so they added this section behind us that has the arches. That was
because it wasn't big enough.
It was a very, very high level amount of attention to detail between the architecture and the builder.
I have some very A-list questions for you before we go into this very A-list home. How many square feet is this house?
The house itself is 12,200 square feet. The second building, the gallery, is 20,300. So since they are connected by an underground passageway and you have direct access between the two structures, it's a total of 32,500.
How many bedrooms are in this house?
7 bedrooms.
How many bathrooms in this home?
21.
21. 21 bathrooms and 7 bedrooms. That's crazy. That's a lot of toilet paper, yes?
It is.
Is that enough for you, Justin, 21 bathrooms?
Yeah, I could do a couple more.
He has a problem.
Oh.
Daryl, what is the A-list price tag on this beautiful, beautiful home?
This amazing estate is priced at $45 million.
Oof. Justin, can I afford this house?
Let's not bother with that. Come on.
All right, let's go. Daryl, show us this beautiful, beautiful home.
Oh, it'd be my pleasure. This driveway has a wonderful story. When the current owners bought the property, the driveway was in a slightly different configuration and they wanted to redo it. What we are walking on was once a street in Chicago that was going to be demolished. So they purchased the entire street, had all the bricks shipped here and hand laid into the property.
They purchased the entire street. How does that even happen?
Well, you know, you just have to have your bargain glasses on. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, your bargain glasses and your very, very, very deep pockets. But what an entrance to this unbelievable home. Look at the shingle roof. Justin knows I had shingles in high school once, but they did not look this good. Oh, wow. This is stunning. And off the foyer goes straight into the formal living room, which is so beautiful. it's regal, but it's homey, right?
I think that's the most important thing about this estate is the house has a lot of square footage, but it still feels like a home.
Yeah, in the key of yes, please. May I?
Certainly.
Thank you. I'll take it. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I'll take it. This is perfect. And what's in here off the formal living room? This is the library, yes?
This is the library, yes. One of the very, very special rooms of the property.
Oh my God, look at this fireplace.
This home has 5 fireplaces inside and then 2 out on the pool pavilion.
And all of these books are just antique, yes?
Yes, they are very, very specifically curated for this room. A lot of first editions.
And then this is a whiskey bar?
Yes, the current owners put that in.
So they added this?
Yes. It's not original to the house.
But it looks original to the house.
It does, and it's all part of their master plan to do things to the estate, to update it, but to keep in the same flavor as the original design.
Yeah, I see that.
So this is the formal dining room. The scale of the rooms were built at a time when you would entertain large groups of people. They would be in these public spaces, and it was considered very important to have an appropriately sized space for your dinner guests. The current owners, when they were restoring the house, they found these E.F. Caldwell wall sconces. They're not original to the house, but they're very period appropriate. Very, very rare, and I think they really complement the overall stateliness of the room, if you will.
Yeah, I just want to order Postmates, have like a dirty $3 cheeseburger, like right here, right?
And I think you will enjoy the ambiance of
Yeah,
eating that.
I think I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me about these Zubair wall panels, because this is the Birkin bag of wall coverings. They are absolutely stunning.
These are made of 200-year-old wooden blocks from France that the current owners commissioned these tableaus to be done. They selected them to mirror what they look at when they look out into the garden. So it's a garden setting on either side of the window. The reality is the owners have 3 young children, so they wanted to put this protective coat over the top of the Zubair panels, just so that little hands didn't necessarily get on.
Yeah, well, if they want to adopt a 4th, let me know. And then off the formal dining room, we have our breakfast room, yes?
Exactly.
This is stunning. Oh my, wow. Imagine starting your day here. Just, I mean, Captain Crunch would be so underdressed in this room.
It was originally designed as a breakfast room because it faces east, so you get all the wonderful light in the morning. The current owner sometimes will use this as an informal dining room when it's just a couple of folks and they wanted to sit down in here, because the paneling is so exquisite, the dental molding, even the carvings on the doors and the surrounds are really exquisite.
And then this door leads to the kitchen?
It goes through the butler's pantry to the kitchen.
Let's take a look. And is that what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Well, that's fair. That is a fair question for you to ask what I think that is, but that's a walk-in fridge, yes?
It is.
That is massive.
Yes, it's a commercial grade walk-in refrigerator because these people like to entertain.
Whoa, and there's a massive bottle in there of Veuve Clicquot.
Yes, sometimes people pronounce it Veuve Clicquot, but you know, we make it our own.
Unreal. This is stunning. You have 2 islands, 2 marble islands, every modern convenience you could ever ask for. You have a view straight out to the grounds.
They wanted a great room concept and a wonderful cook's kitchen that could all be incorporated into a daily family life. This was the original mudroom laundry room, and this floor has nails in it so that when you come from outside, you would scratch the bottom of your shoes and the nails would remove any soil, dirt from the bottom.
That is crazy.
So it's a very clever idea, and they wanted to make sure and incorporate it into this new space.
That's insane. So these floors are from like 1917?
Exactly, yes. They wanted to finish this off as a practical area, but they also wanted to do something special for their dogs. So they incorporated this wonderful dog bath into the space.
So this shower is just for the dog.
Exactly.
This is one lucky dog, huh, Daryl?
A pampered pooch.
Yeah, literally putting the wow in bow wow wow.
And in this room, just in case you need to stop off because you're getting thirsty from your long trip from the great room, you have your own English pub.
I see my first headshot has made it into the room.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a second bar in this house.
Yes, yes. And this room is very authentically original to the 1917 design of the house. These windows are very special. It's called rondelle glass, and it's a type of a leaded glass window. Each one of these rings is leaded with the colored glass inserts. It was very popular at the turn of the century and used quite a lot in Spanish houses that you find, but in this case it was also featured in English design properties.
Okay, so we're done with the pub. Where am I taking my beers?
I think you probably want to take those beers outside next to the pool in the pavilion.
I've heard worse sentences, yes. This is a Pasadena pool, huh?
Yes. Perfect place to entertain. The extension of the house, all of the attention to detail that you saw inside, they've created outside.
This patio is massive.
So let's go up and take a look at the second level, and I'll show you that primary suite that I had mentioned before. I did want to point out this is the original staircase and banister, and one of Myron Hunt's signatures are these beautiful windows that he places. It adds tremendous light not only to the staircase but to the second landing. When you get up here, you'll get to have this nice vista looking out across the gardens. So I'd like to show you this beautiful primary suite, and let's start right here with the original bathroom to the suite.
Oh my gosh. Look at the floor in here. It's a woven marble. It's crazy.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, and this is another bathroom off the suite, yes?
Yes, this bathroom was created by the current owners. It didn't exist when they bought the property.
Look at this tub.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's like the perfect Pasadena tub. May I?
Certainly.
I'm never leaving. Justin, will you be a lamb and go downstairs and get me some shrimp and a little glass of champagne?
Shrimp?
Yeah, some shrimp.
I got a seafood down.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he just left. Some shrimp and a little glass of bubbles. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye. Sorry, Daryl. Company's coming.
I understand completely. And then, of course, the primary suite. Really, the scale of this room is so wonderful. And it's also a really lovely space because of the light. You have the eastern exposure here in the morning, the west. You have a beautiful terrace off of this room so you can have coffee in the morning, look out over the pool and pavilion and the gardens.
Amazing. And then what's through here?
Why, this is your dream closet.
This is incredible.
And you know what? There's another one on the other side.
This is massive. And all cedar lined.
Yes, of course.
We have seen some pretty incredible closets, but this is as A-list as it gets for sure. I mean, who would want to be just like getting dressed in their own closet, overlooking their own private gallery? This is insane.
Exactly, and we mentioned it earlier, but I think now is a good time for us to go over and take a look inside the gallery.
Twist my arm with a good time. Let's go.
Okay.
From the closet to next door, something tells me you might be hung up on what we are about to see next. So next to the main house, we have this building, which is basically our own private gallery?
Yes, it was built as an art gallery by one of the previous owners to house her art collection, but the current owners have turned this into an entertainment gallery. So this is where all the entertainment and the fun happens.
Let's go inside,
Okay,
yes?
absolutely. Come on in.
So this is just the lobby of the gallery, yes?
Yes, this is the portal to all the fun. Remember, this was built by a previous owner to house her a very extensive art collection. And when you get to this spot, you'll understand why.
This is not real. This is not real. For people who are genuinely watching this at home, just so we are clear, this is a 32-foot atrium in a 20,000 square foot gallery. I have no words. You have, this is how A-list this is. I am left speechless. I've never seen anything like this.
We have a fitness center. There's a business area with conference rooms and an office. We have a game arcade, but I think probably we should start in the Tiki bar.
The Tiki bar.
Yes.
I can't with this house. I cannot.
Would you like to take the beautiful stairs designed by Kelsey and Ladd, or would you like to take the elevator?
Should we take the steps? Let's take these architecturally significant steps. This is the most beautiful stairwell I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's actually a signature design of Kelsey and Ladd. I love the fluidity and the motion of this staircase. I think it's very exceptionally done.
It's as exceptional as it gets. It is so beautiful. For an architecture freak like myself, I have to say this is quite literally the stairway to heaven. I feel like I'm at like the Metropolitan Opera or something. This is crazy.
Well, now you're on the lower level. We are actually 20 feet below grade at this part of the building. And this portion is the largest part of the building because they wanted to control the temperature and the humidity being below grade for when it was an art gallery. There's a karaoke bar that comes down the screen and the projection, so you can do all sorts of fun things here.
It's like a Chinese restaurant in here. This is crazy.
Well, you can celebrate Chinese New Year, and you've got your tables set up, and it's a great...
You could have a wedding here, or a big birthday,
absolutely. Yeah.
Any event.
Any event. And the nice thing is you have this natural light coming from the skylight down into this lower level.
It's crazy. You could literally throw your own party in here. Like,
you could, and they have, but more importantly, I think you might want to have a party in here. This is the Tiki bar. This was created specifically for this space by the world-renowned Bamboo Ben, who specializes in tiki bars. He goes all over the world, and every fixture, every wall covering, every carved tiki god was made specifically for this space.
If you told me like, oh, you know, the house has a tiki bar, and you're like, oh, that's maybe tacky or like specific to that specific homeowner, this is so well done that you feel like you are in a Hawaiian restaurant. Like, this is, no expense has been spared for this.
Exactly. That is the theme of this estate. No expense has been spared to achieve authenticity.
That's the word. It's an authentic A-list listing. Wow. I feel inspired here, yes? Shall we, boys? That's nice. You feel that? Take it over your body. Just exhale.
Yes,
go with
it's
it.
washing over me.
Yes.
Okay.
Each room gets more and more insane. Hey, bro. What do you say?
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Daryl, can we?
Absolutely.
Go! You haven't gotten one in yet?
There you go.
Oh! 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 From the three-point line. Touchdown! Yes!
Yeah.
That was so fun.
I'm glad you guys had a good time. Yeah. So I would suggest from the home court to the home theater.
Daryl with that one.
Daryl, killing me.
So here you are, your own personal movie theater. Hooray for Hollywood.
This is a real theater.
It is a real theater. It seats 46 people, and it even has a table and chairs for the kids to watch a movie while they're having dinner. It has an amazing sound system, Meridian speakers. The owners did everything precisely, whether it was the Tiki bar design down to the cups. This was a home theater. They got the best of the best to design it, the sound system, the seating, and everything. So it truly is a night at the movies.
Daryl, what does an A-list movie theater like this go for?
It's my understanding that this cost well over $1 million, and that was several years ago when they first installed it. So I don't even know what it would cost to replicate this today.
You never have to leave. You don't. Is there a grocery store in the basement? What's happening? $1 million just to make this room a couple years ago with all of the technology, all of the seating, all of the projection. But does this $45 million home come with popcorn?
Why, yes, there's a popcorn machine in the lobby outside.
Shall we?
Yes, let's go. So I promised you popcorn, and here you go.
Well, at this stage of the tour, in a $45 million home, if you didn't deliver on that, we would have a problem.
This area here actually is about 20 feet below the lawn of the property. It sits at the same level as the ground that goes between the two, but it's actually a passageway. And the gallery could be transformed into a security bunker because there are metal doors that drop down over all the exterior windows and doors, and there's a way to close off this passageway to the rest of the property.
So this could become basically, if needed, a complete safe house.
Exactly.
Jodie Foster in Panic Room could never. All right, and where does this lead?
Well, let me show you.
Okay.
After you.
This is terrifying. This is terrifying. Okay, where are we going?
Oh, it's a surprise.
Oh. Could be our last episode of A-List Living. Oh, this is incredible.
This is a tribute to the owner's ancestors who were miners in Utah.
Look at the attention to detail. Oh, Justin, you dropped something. There you go. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
But wait, there's one more thing that you need to see.
Okay. No. Are we back in the living room?
We are.
This is crazy! In all of your years of selling homes, have you ever seen anything like this?
No, it's one of a kind. That's the thing that everyone is just so taken with, that it's got so many fun things about it. It's got elegance, architectural significance, but it's got a little bit of whimsy to it, which is also so great.
gosh, I am literally speechless, and you've known me for a very long time. That is almost impossible. But thank you so much. This is the most bonkers, for lack of a better word, tour that I've ever been on. So thank you so much for
my pleasure.
Showing us around this beautiful estate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so fun having you guys here.
This was
I really,
amazing.
really enjoyed getting to show you the property.
All right, so whenever you guys want to leave, I'll just lock up.
Okay.
Great.
Would you?
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for us from beautiful Pasadena, California. I'm your house whisperer, Matthew Hoffman, and we'll see you guys next time. I'm your house whisperer, Matthew Hoffman, who cannot walk upstairs